Next daily candle just closed. And if you do open up Bitcoin daily chart, this is what you see. In last 150 plus days, we have seen similar candle closes, and almost all of them resulted in one thing: price pushing to test the resistance. Yes, not all the time it broke that resistance. We got rejected multiple times, but there has been times when we went as high as the macro long-term resistance there, which means you do have possibility that you can come visit this trend line resistance, and that's $70,000, close to that for Bitcoin. Now you take that into the Bitcoin dominance side and you see short term on a daily chart, Bitcoin dominance is breaking to the downside. That clearly shows you there is a higher possibility that the altcoin market can push further high. And that's where we come on to look at the Ether side of equation. On a daily chart, Ether is showing you the MACD is about to cross to the upside. So any micro corrections here is going to be a buy till the resistance if you're trading, for sure. But then you look at the RSI on the daily, and the daily RSI suggests that I'm breaking higher. I may retest and bounce, but I'm breaking higher. Last time we did somewhat similar breakout, we got a ride, but this resistance slowed us. If the entire market is showing this, including XRP, which is pointing yourself towards an inverted hammer, but not the perfect inverted hammer on a daily, and then you step back on a 3-day and you get a doji. What does that mean? What does that exactly mean? We're going to break things down here with clarity for the fundamental side of equation, the technical side of the equation, so that you know where we are headed. If we are headed the right way, smash that like button for me. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. We've been going through the market and we already understand the fact that some of these assets are going to go further high. We've been listing them in detail for the SI family. If you would like to take benefit of that, use the link in the description, join the SI family. Now, let's directly jump into the market. What can we actually observe? This is a daily chart for XRP. And what do you see here? The fundamentals didn't change. The micro price action did. So while you're on a daily, you get to see a lot of these fluctuation. If you want to remove that amount of negativity in the market, you can now join the Heikin-Ashi side of the equation. It's still showing you it's red. It's trying to change into green, but as of now, it's red. So you slowly zoom out, 3-day chart. What do you see here? It's still green. It was red. It flipped. Now it is green. So the 3-day is suggesting it should go higher. And if it is going higher, what should it actually do? It should break this level of resistance. So XRP breaking 0.6 on a Heikin-Ashi 3-day, boom, that's your measured move towards $1 and higher. Now we take a weekly chart. It's like I was showing you red, but right now I'm showing you green because that one candle had enormous selling volume, as you can see here on a weekly XRP chart, which then immediately bounced back up. So sellers did not survive in that follow through. They got slaughtered by the bulls. They bought it back. Now you go on to the monthly. That's where the drama is, right? Last month was green. Yeah, it was choppy. You went all the way up to 0.65. You went all the way down to 0.39. But now you're getting the second monthly candle in green for XRP. And your RSI, it's coming back up to this level of resistance. If you break that level, The monthly shows you are about to see some massive price action. This is the initial measured move. Yeah, that's a local move. You're not actually going to see massive burst. Agreed. But that kind of a fluctuation would argue you're just starting from this breakthrough. It has been a triangle pattern. You broke to the upside. You had another consolidation. Then you continued higher without most of the exchanges in the world. We got delisted from all of them. Right now, we are relisted and we are watching the accumulation happening here. So XRP showing such a signal would be a say from the market. Don't miss out, because the RSI on a monthly for XRP is suggesting I'm at a historical trend resistance. Now it's acting as a strong support. So from 2022 August, this is a support trend line. Perfect. Now, if you do break 55 on the monthly, that's where you're super bullish on XRP. Now, yes, we would like to see the same equations, the same strategies, same parameters being used in multiple assets. And that's where you go to ETH and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The last month was red. This month is again red. So ETH is showing you it's slowing down. It's not going up. Whereas XRP is suggesting you that I'm moving up. So what's happening? There's a lot in the payment side of the equation. There's a lot in the fundamental side of the equation. We're watching multiple things playing out. The MoneyGram, Stellar, SBI, Remit, Ripple. Payments arena is expanding. So the use as a bridge currency, it won't just be XRP for sure, but there will be multiple ones. XDC, XLM, XRP. There will be multiple. But they'll actually take over a market which is so big, it doesn't matter who takes over. The price action should be massive to match the value and the price. So you come on to the dollar side of the equation, and that's where we're getting confused. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dollar is showing you I want to bounce back up. I want to go higher. Why would crypto go up when dollar goes up? That's the recent past. Something, for some reason, is changing. As of now, I don't know why it is, but we've been following dollar in each leg here to the downside. Now we would like to see, as soon as dollar returns back to the upside, 105 levels, if crypto is bursting, okay, institutions are starting to use crypto or starting to invest in crypto, considering it's a currency. They're starting to agree that we don't want too much of reliability in just one set of fiat currencies. We'll actually use these decentralized currencies. Maybe that's the narrative. We don't know. That's what the smart money is thinking, and we are trying to break that down. So now we go back into XRP side of the equation. The daily close, what does it show you? This is crystal. That's a doji. You don't have much of a price action, but your trend continues. What is the trend? You made a lower low, but then you bounced back up to put in a higher high. Now you made a higher low compared to these two data points. So your trend line would look somewhat like this. If you get to see a shaky move like this, expect a touch and run. Now, if you are following the current candlestick structure on a 3-day, it is arguing you that, yeah, there was one big candle to the downside, but then the very next candle went up, invalidating these two candles to the downside. So the bulls are back into this asset. So the 3-day charts show you it is going back to the upside. There is no divergence, it's clear. Now when you go on a daily, taking in more noise in the same equation, you get to actually see, okay, the RSI is still pointing you to the upside. The RSI would like to break this. Again, would like to break this, and I would love to see that. But we need to see that breakout. And as soon as you get one, we'll say, okay, this is a bull flag on the micro, and you're about to fly high. Now you take that same equation onto a weekly. You need to understand what the smart money is thinking. You're still below a major resistance. If you don't see a breakout here, don't go euphoric, don't go highly levered. 0.6, 0.63 is going to be a strong resistance. The moment you get to see a breakthrough, it's clear you are about to ride higher. One of the biggest signal there is the MACD. The MACD needs to enter into this positive zone. You're trying to do that, you're almost there. Historically speaking, if you do see that, that's when everything changes. That's when the price action shows it's going to do something bigger than what we have seen before. Whether that's in this cycle or back in the previous cycles, we have seen same. There is going to be a first blast. There will be corrections for sure. But that first blast is not going to be the big leg to the sky. It would be the first leg in that equation. So $1.2 to $1.5 in XRP on that trend is going to be valid. Now, while the Bitcoin is playing this equation out, most likely it's going to give you some opportunity. You identify them through the Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance, showing money is starting to move in a trend where it is looking at multiple altcoins. On a 3-day chart, the candle close gives you a clear idea that, yeah, we're getting an engulfing bearish candle. We've seen these cases where it trend lower, so it can do something like this, which is still great for the alt market. So then you come on to the alt market. You look at the alt market. Say Ether is one of the biggest altcoin out there. You're looking at that and you're saying, okay, we got continuation pattern forming here. That is good. Because when you do get that, now you're putting the argument that, okay, we do have a trend line resistance, the primary one here, close to 2800, 2900. Then we do have a trend line resistance, which opens the gate all the way up to 3300, 3400. So if you do break 28, 29, great, you're looking for 34. Now that's just Ether part of the equation. You then come into the meme coin side of things. You're like, okay, there's a lot of these. They're starting to show you money is moving back into the memes. So the meme coins, they're showing you money is coming back in. Whereas the Bitcoin ecosystem, yeah, it's green, it's okay, but it's not showing that money is coming in just like the meme coins. Then you go into different part of the equation. You can take in the AI and all, but you get to see none of them shows you exponential moves. Most of them is going to meme coins. So that shows you new people coming into the market. Now, how can we trust that? Can we really trust that? Or is it the exchanges showing you they are trading that, back trading that? So you'll have to go into the meme coin side of things. So you actually go into the meme coins, you take in the search term meme coin, and you would like to look at this. It's going down in last 5-year terminology. So the first burst in 2021 and the second burst in 2021 gives you an idea. The wave 1 and wave 2 for meme coin. That happened back then. Now you're watching it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. There is going to be one last burst, most likely the wave 3 and meme coin side. So if you do zoom a bit into that equation, you get to see the understanding that it's still going down. No one is actually searching like we used to last year or earlier this year. So right now, the new people coming in, it's just barely new entry, which is very limited in the equation. So you look at, say, just Ether in this equation, and the buys versus sell in this particular exchange is showing you, yeah, it's not much of a buy as of now. Sellers are still dominating the market. So here, CoinEx actually gives you the option to use multiple index and go through them. Whether you like Ether as a platform, whether you like Cardano as a platform, it doesn't matter. You get to see them here listed easily going through. Say you believe in Solana ecosystem. If you're that one guy and now you're looking through that and saying, money is moving into some of these. They're trending higher. Some of these new coins are starting to attract more capital. How can I use that? If that's your question, this website is going to help you massively. Now jumping back into the multiple equations which we were trying to solve. In the market, the micro, yes, that's volatile. The macro, it gives you the idea where you're going. But then you have to see if you're about to take a trade, are we in positive side of the equation? This pattern shows you are. If you do break the moving average, which is 0.58, which is barely at that range, it can just break through that. Now you're turning the market. So the whales are trying to attract more confusion in the retail and then break further high. You can actually clearly see that in the argument of a weekly chart saying, yeah, I went down, but I didn't like to stay there. I came back up. Same. They pushed me higher, but sellers came in or profit takers moved out. But I did not break back below the moving average. I'm still staying above the moving average. So XRP is bullish in that sense. You go look at the Bitcoin side of the equation, and it's like I'm below the moving average. I'm making a bottom. Moving average in itself can be a resistance. So watch for 64 to 65,000. When you go up, if that's rejecting the price action, it's not positive. If you do break that directly to the upside, then this is the history which you are potentially watching, because we've seen these scenario play out multiple times. And if it's playing out on a bigger pattern, expect the write-off to be a blow-off as a final leg. We talked you through the entire leg here. You go back and you see that we did. You go back into the SI family, just the highlights here over the crypto, Twitter. You get to me here, XRP DNI 1, and you get to see this. These moves to the downside, or these moves to the downside, then to the upside, was kind of given to you before it actually happened. At the top of 73, we were putting this argument, watch, this is the pattern, this is the trend, we may come back down. And we did. It was very volatile. So the thought process of this was very much valid. At the top, we put that argument, and right now it seems like we were on point. And if you would like to be a part of that, to see things before it actually happens, to read through and learn so that your portfolio will grow with this final blow off in this market, and you can take part in that final movement, final phase of this bull run, join the SI family with 1,200 members. You make the most of it. You make the most of this bull run. So guys, use the link in the description below to reach me. If you received value, smash that like button for me. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.